This particular storm is capable of producing a tornado, so if you live in areas west of Roswell, you definitely want to take cover right now. This storm is not only delivering hail and gusty winds, but it also is, again, capable of producing a tornado. If you're in Wagon Mound, you want to get inside and get into the most interior portion of your home, away from windows and on the bottom floor. If you have a basement, that is your best bet as the storm works its way through to the south and east. And we had an impressive line of storms just east of Lubbock, and this is the line of storms that they were chasing yesterday that were severe in nature. Now, as for the crash, it's under investigation, but we do know that tornadoes and heavy rain were reported in the area. But as this ridge really starts to take hold, watch what happens. We really start to see Harvey slow down and come to almost a dead stop, and that's what's going to lead to some impressive rainfall numbers in excess of a foot of rain in some locations across eastern Texas. We're trying to get some of the balloons going. We still have the pilot's briefing going on right now, but people are getting excited for the special shapes. Is everyone excited for special shapes this morning? Yeah, the excitement is building. This is the place to be here in Albuquerque this morning. We are ready for another successful day of special shapes. Right now, the pilot briefing still going on, but as we take a look at the field, we do have some balloons trying to get out in the field and get things ready. Here's the forecast just for you as we head toward midnight. Well, this is the easy part. Spirits are high. You just had the turkey. Everything's good to go. You might have had that afternoon and evening nap after having that big meal, and temperature-wise, not going to be too bad, 42 degrees with clear skies, but it does get a little tougher as you head toward 3 a.m. We are looking at smiles and joking, and the line have long passed as people are getting very tired out there through the middle of the night. I hate to tell you, but I got married a month ago, so.
Oh, I'm sorry, Candy. Well then.
But I've got a few friends, so I could bring my friends.
Nice.
Some of them are single, so that might help you out there.
Okay.
All right.
But you guys, I tell you what, you may have some hidden talent.
I don't know if you call it. Well, hopefully we can hold off a few of those thunderstorms for the game tonight, because we got a big game tonight, don't we? Yeah, we're going to win the game. The Isotopes going to win it? Yeah. That's what we like to hear. The fact that we are kind of going into a La Nina is something that you have to really pay attention to for those long-term outlooks. Now, with the monsoon, not as strong of a correlation, so that's really when we're going to be looking for our better shots at trying to get some precipitation across the state, because as we get toward the fall and winter, this La Nina doesn't go away. It's not looking great. We also usually see the snowpack really start to melt off by late April to where we really don't have much left over the northern mountains. Now, that has been a big change for this year, because through late April into May, we have seen regular storms delivering snowfall well into mid-May and even into late May this year. It looks like we're kind of delaying the start of fire season if we have one this year. You also have to keep in mind, you got to look at the back end of fire season. How early can we get the monsoon to set up across the state? Because that's really going to be key as to whether or not we even have a fire season this year. That is if you're lucky enough to actually get to view it if cloud cover isn't an issue. Right now, we're still a little sketchy as to whether or not clouds are going to be playing a major factor in whether or not we'll actually be able to view the eclipse, because the main thing we're looking at is we're going to see a huge influx of moisture over the weekend with the monsoon flow really starting to ramp up. We typically see about 9.5 inches of precipitation in Albuquerque. In La Nina years, we are typically below that by quite a bit. In fact, if you look at 2011 and 2012, that last double dip La Nina, we were far below average as far as the year goes in Albuquerque. But when you look at an El Nino year, the El Nino that we just had, even though it wasn't what we were expecting, it was on the better side. And sea surface temperatures are now starting to edge back toward an El Nino. At least that's the forecast. So, Mark, that is why we are looking at a little hope.
More weather today?
Yeah, we're going to be looking at quite a bit of showers and storms across the state. And yesterday was a very active day across New Mexico as well. Let's take a look at the radar yesterday afternoon, where Hardin County, through the morning hours and into the afternoon, just got hammered with rainfall. In fact, it rained so much in Hardin County yesterday afternoon that we picked up around 4 to 5 inches yesterday alone. Now, the good news is we're going to get a little bit of a break across the northeast. We'll have to watch southern and western portions of the state for a lot of the action this afternoon. Here's a look at Cloudcroft over the last 3 hours, where we saw some high cloud cover through the morning, but as we approach the noon hour, you can really start to see the clouds bubbling up as we get a little bit of that convection going and more showers and storms on the way. 78 degrees of current temperature in Albuquerque with a calm wind. Temperatures across the north, we're going to be looking at temperatures in the 70s, down to the south into the 80s. In fact, near 90 degrees already for Alamogordo. We do have a few spotty showers already starting to develop, mainly over the high terrain across the northern mountains into the Sacramentos and across the Gila as well. And we're going to see this action really expand through the afternoon. Not going to be a huge shower day across the state. Where monsoon meters up to a 4. We'll see a better shot at storms, especially the farther south and west you go as that cold front has made progress across the state. Some mountain storms, and we could see a couple of showers and storms find their way into the Albuquerque metro area later on this afternoon. We do have that cold front providing moisture for the state. We have a weather disturbance just to the south and west of the state, and that weather disturbance is eventually going to work its way across New Mexico over the next couple of days. So with the moisture in place today, we're looking at a decent round of showers and storms. We'll still see a few across the northeast, just not as much rain as what we saw yesterday. As that weather disturbance works its way across the state over the next couple of days, we'll see a better round of showers and storms, especially for central sections. And then beyond that, we're going to be watching the tropics very closely. Tropical depression Harvey now re-entering the Gulf of Mexico is going to make its way toward Texas over the next couple of days or so, and as it does so, we're going to be looking at quite a bit of rainfall over Texas. Now, why is that important for us? Well, as it makes its way into Texas, it's going to try to make its way toward New Mexico, but we have a ridge of high pressure off to the west that's going to be battling in with some of the moisture from the remnants of Harvey, and it's actually going to deflect a lot of what we're going to see of Harvey into the state of Texas and out to the east. However, we could see a few showers and storms form from some of the moisture that tries to creep into the far eastern edge of the state over the weekend. So that's something we're going to have to keep an eye on over the next few days to see just how much moisture will work its way into eastern New Mexico for Saturday and Sunday. Southern Colorado, mix of sun and clouds, showers and storms really boosting up as we head into the day tomorrow, and then we start to dry things out heading into the weekend. In the northwest, we'll be looking at a mix of sun and clouds here. Few showers and storms possible today and tomorrow before we really start to see more sunshine heading into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. In the southwest, scattered showers and storms already starting to form over the Gila. We will see more for this afternoon and through the day tomorrow before we eventually dry out towards Saturday and Sunday. In the southeast, a few showers and storms, especially over the Sacramento Mountains, but we could see a few over the southeast plains as well. Even more on the way for the day tomorrow as that weather disturbance works its way through. And then we'll be watching the weekend very closely to see how much moisture makes its way in. In the northeast, we'll be looking at a few clouds today, a few showers and storms, just not as many as what we saw yesterday. More showers and storms on the way for tomorrow as that weather disturbance works its way through, and we could be looking at a few showers over the weekend as some moisture tries to work its way into the state. In the northern mountains, we'll see a few showers and storms this afternoon, continuing into tomorrow before we eventually start to dry things out a bit into the weekend. In the east mountains, showers and storms for this afternoon, continuing into tomorrow. In the metro, we will see a chance at a couple of showers and storms this afternoon, and we're looking to stay fairly active through the day tomorrow before we eventually dry out into Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, thanks, John.